She loves being famous. Page 6, with an article by Sarah Nathan, tells us why Harry's wife is making a comeback for the cameras. Loves being famous. Now, you all know that she loves being famous, and you all know why that is. Being famous makes her feel validated. It gives her a raison d'etre. It means that by being famous, it's easier for her to control people because they will react to her fame. Ooh, it's Harry's wife. It also means they'll provide fuel. By being famous, she can use her fame to control thousands upon thousands of people more readily. By using her fame, she can absorb the fuel from thousands upon thousands of people. Whether it's where they turned up in Australia to cheer her, whether it's they turned up in London to boo her at the service of booing, whether it's in all the comments that are written about her on a daily basis across newspapers, blog articles, the spoken word in video, and of course the many, many comments and observations that are made on social media and below the line. Fame is hugely important to certain narcissists. Many narcissists never get anywhere near it. Some narcissists merely achieve infamy and notoriety. Harry's wife has a mixture of both fame and infamy, depending on who you'd ask. But she has sought fame because her narcissism has told her that that's what she's entitled to, that she deserves to be famous. She sought it, of course, by pursuing acting, and thereafter sought to make a name for herself on the scene in Toronto, and then more recently amongst the royal family, and that didn't work, but she achieved fame worldwide by virtue of marrying Harry. And thus, fame is a means that a narcissist will look for. Not all, but many, because it caters to the prime aims. It makes controlling people easier, it makes obtaining fuel easier, it makes obtaining those important character traits and residual benefits easier. Remember, the narcissism looks to find different ways to facilitate the achievement of those prime aims. Sex is a big one. Violence can be used. But fame is a particular one that is appealing to certain narcissists. Power, whether it's financial, governmental, or military, is another means of achieving the prime aims. This is why you find so many narcissists in the political sphere and also in the military sphere. Fame attracts lots of narcissists to the entertainment industry, film, television, because it lets them get to the prime aims. But page 6 tells us, meet Harry's wife 2.0, wrapped in California coastal grandma chic, ready to launch a new commercial venture, and definitely happy to be in the public spotlight. The battle for privacy is over, and now the Duchess of Sussex is relaxed about appearing in selfies with friends and being photographed around Monty's shit show in relatable moments of shopping and visiting the dentist, facade management. Page 6 can reveal that Harry's wife has spent the summer planning a phoenix-like rise from the ashes after a brutal few months for her and her husband Prince Harry. First came the car crash paparazzi drama in New York, when the couple's claims that they were victims of an hours-long high-speed car chase through the streets of Manhattan were met with ridicule. Sources say the couple is still upset about the events of that night. They will be. Because if you resurrect that shit show and make mention of it to Harry's wife, it's a threat to control, and her narcissism will then cause her to respond in a manner of being upset, to cause her to do something to nullify the threat to control that exists by the mentioning and resurrection of such a clusterfuck behaviour. Then came a blow to their plans to become media moguls. Their Spotify deal was ended, with the millions that came from it. It was not just business, it was personal, with one of the company's executive, Bill Simmons, calling them fucking grifters. That was followed by one of Hollywood's most powerful men, United Talent Agency CEO Jeremy Zimmer, saying of the cancellation, turns out Harry's wife was not a great audio talent, or necessarily any kind of talent. Other sources later told us UTA had previously been in serious pursuit of Harry's wife. But in the last few days, a new version of Harry's wife has emerged in a series of photographs and reports, facade management, assertion of control. As page 6 can reveal, she finalises plans for a new money-making venture. Her as yet unlaunched Instagram account at Harry's Wife already has 72,000 followers, including Nobel Prize winner Malala. As an insider familiar with the Sussexes told us, Harry's wife's not seeking out opportunities to be photographed, but she's realised she has to live her life. None of the cameras are going away. Bullshit. She seeks out the camera. She tips off the paps that she's going to be there. She courts it because she loves the fame, because of the reasons I've already told you. The Duchess was seen shopping at the farmers' market in Monte Shitshow, revealed to have watched Barbie with friends, including neighbour Portia de Rossi, surprised a bachelorette party during another girls' night at a fancy San Isidro ranch, and wore a slinky bandeau dress for a 42nd birthday celebration with Harry and friends at a top local restaurant. Again, see parts pass him, are all done for the purposes of remaining in the public eye so that she can draw fuel, assert control and manage her facade. She was even seen on social media as the willing participant in a casual selfie while wearing a new $2,000 pendant with girlfriends poet Cleo Wade and hair colorist Katie Lee. See earlier about that. And there was a trip to see Taylor Swift in Los Angeles with her London BFF Lucy Fraser, although again, it's debatable whether this actually happened, and it's just mentioned in order to piggyback off the superstardom of Taylor Swift. All of this comes as Harry's wife, who signed with Hollywood power broker Harry Emanuel's WME, is putting the finishing touches on her new project, the one that everyone in her circle has been talking about, open brackets, but is yet to actually fucking turn up, close brackets. Will it be something to rival Gwyneth Paltrow's multi-million-dollar lifestyle business Goop, or something akin to Reese Witherspoon's production company Hello Sunshine, which sold for $1 billion? Will it even be the TIG 2.0, a revamp of Harry's wife's lifestyle blog? Harry's wife and the team are working hard. In other words, the team are working hard. An insider tells Page 6. I think it will be surprising. It won't be what everybody's expecting it to be. It will feel familiar to who Harry's wife is. Thanks to her newfound freedom to be photographed, which is utter shite. She's always had the freedom to be photographed. She's always been photographed because she wants to be photographed. Harry's wife even has an indication of her commercial value, just flashing her arm in a paparazzi photo to show a $4 anti-stress device on her wrist sent its sales soaring. Harry's wife was just a customer for the new Calm sticker which she wore last week during a visit to the dentist. Then the company quickly posted the photos on their Instagram and watched sales take off. Did they really, though? But it shows to possible commercial partners or backers that Harry's wife retains the ability to create viral sales, as she once did for Rothy's shoes and jewellery brands, just by being photographed. Well, how about New Calm saying that there was no commercial connection between us, and also how Dior backed away and how no other companies have come forward? This, again, is all smacking of an attempt to talk up getting deals. As previously revealed, she's still keen to join forces with her favourite brand Cartier, although they have close ties with the royal family. And the surprise success of Suits, which set a streaming record on Netflix, something the documentary Harry and Harry's Wife did not, has underlined her appeal. Or is it just people want to watch the show irrespective of her? She's not the only person in it. All of this signals an end to the couple's bruising battles over privacy, a battle Harry's wife denied having ever even as played out. Inside her camp says it was royal family, from whom the Sussexes remain very much estranged, who pushed that storyline. Once again, a revision of history from Harry's wife, claimed that she wanted privacy, that's why they moved, and then when it's not worked, they deny that they ever sought privacy and blame shift to the royal family. She doesn't change. After all, in the couple's infamous interview with Oprah Winfrey in March 2021, she said, I think everyone has a basic right to privacy. Basic. We're not talking about anything that anybody else wouldn't expect. She then went on to say there are those who had created a false narrative, adding, I've never talked about privacy, except that's what she'd just done. There's no one who's on Instagram or social media that would say, because I shared this one picture that entitles you to have my entire camera roll, go ahead and look through it. No one would want that, so it's about boundaries and it's about respect, she said. The insider said, nobody's fighting the whole privacy issue. This whole story of don't pay attention to us, pay attention to us, it's a total exaggeration. No, it's not. Harry's wife maintains that she wants privacy, but she's a hypocrite. And this is another attempt to rehabilitate her by saying, I never said that I wanted privacy. Nobody's going to believe you because you went on the worldwide privacy tour and South Park took the piss out of you. It then states, they know they'll never have a private life, the insider stressed. Yet they've sought one and repeatedly cried about wanting privacy. And now they're recognising that they won't have a private life. No, it's Harry's wife once again revising history. A more critical source with knowledge from their time with Spotify said, Harry has made it clear that he never wanted to be in the media. He would be very happy to go away. I think he'd like to go and live in Botswana as long as he had money. Harry's wife actually likes being famous. Harry might not like being in the media, but was happy to write Spare, a tell-all airing years of dirty royal laundry and deepening the ugly rift with his brother Prince William, and to pitch podcast ideas to Spotify without success. The thing about Harry is that he's super down to earth, just not this specific earth, joked one Spotify insider. When he talks about getting the Pope for a podcast, he truly thinks he can do this. He gets very excited, which just shows how dim-witted he is. But a source in the couple's orbit say that while Harry understands that he's a public figure and that it would be delusional to expect a life out of the spotlight, it's Archie 4 and Lilibet he is concerned about. If he's seen out getting dinner, he doesn't have a problem with it. But what he struggles with is protecting his children and their innocence. So much of what he felt was really challenging in his own life, the insider says. Indeed, this month he's shown a more relaxed side, touring a mall in Tokyo with polo pal Nacho Figueres. Although Harry's wife is going to be in the Heart of Invictus documentary that will launch on August the 30th, it's more Harry's thing, according to friends. The Sussexes will travel to Dusseldorf, Germany next month for the next round of the Harry's Wife Games. The couple will only be seen together at the closing ceremony, underlining how much the venture is Harry's. Doesn't matter. Look at the views and the comments that have taken place with regard to their involvement in that. This all appears by another attempt, through page 6 this time, to rehabilitate Harry's wife and to make it seem like she never wanted privacy and that she's now saying, it's okay, you can photograph me, I don't mind. I'm certainly not buying it, and I know you won't either. She's always courted the camera. She's always sought it out. She's a narcissist and loves being famous because it provides her with what she needs. She doesn't realise that because she doesn't know that she's a narcissist. But her narcissism encourages her to seek fame by telling her she deserves it and she works hard for it, but it's really doing that to convince her to seek out fame so that it will pursue the prime aims. Let's have a quick look below the line to see if anybody's buying this new narrative that's been pumped forward with a revision of history. Knight's Music explains, chalk up half of those views on Netflix to her squaddies who turned it on and left it on, running in perpetuity on their television sets in order to bump up the numbers. Then another quarter who have the macabre need to watch and see what all the hype was about. It's nothing to do with whether or not the show was any good. Notice they're not telling you what the viewing hours are now that it's been out for a bit. Cartier's long and storied history with the royal family isn't going anywhere. They're too smart to consider Harry's wife for anything, as are most companies. If you read the article Newcom put out, they specifically thanked her for their increase in sales, at the same time stating that they don't pay anyone to hype their product, so she got nothing for that one, even though I'm pretty sure that was her intention. She can't seem to land a clothing contract either. No one wants to be associated with her. It's all wishful thinking. She's so very, very toxic and so very useless. All she really knows to do is call Backgrid and give them her location for photos. Cynical American. Where is that great British satirical comedy show of the 1990s, AdFab, when we need it? Too bad that Adina Monsoon and Patsy Stone aren't here to pal around with a character like Harry's wife. Their antics satirising her will be absolutely side-splitting in a 2023 version. Golden's 98764. I don't understand why she is a figure for women's causes and receives recognition. The only reason anybody ever heard of her is because she married well. These type of women should not be put on a pedestal or be congratulated. They are teaching young women to be successful. You have to marry a wealthy man. DB. Sadly, I think Harry's going to end up in a very bad way. He wrecked his life. Harry's wife will move on, like she apparently always does. What she did to her father, the guy who gave her everything that matters in life, can never be reconciled. That's the biggest tell of all. You only have one father. Scone, Ari Emanuel of WME, sure is trying hard to put any kind of positive spin on his client. But these articles just confirm the fact that Harry's wife has no appeal either to the public or to Hollywood. She's photographed usually alone or with staff or friends no one's ever heard of. A-listers won't touch her with a 10-foot pole. Photos are almost always by Backgrid, who she has on speed dial. Her future looks like her present. Calling the paps to film her outings, wearing as many designer clothes and jewellery she can layer on, she's like Gloria Swanson in Sunset Boulevard. Only unlike Gloria's character, she was never a big star. Proud Southerner, the next major act of this drama will be when she takes the kids and bolts. At this point, I give the couple about 2 years max. Rudy C. Being an Instagram influencer isn't adequate for Duchess Harry's wife's ambitions. She's convinced she's entitled to bigger things than that. Nobody's buying it. People just see it as another attempt to rehabilitate her, another attempt to put a spin on it, to suggest that she's popular and that she can get endorsements. She isn't, and she won't. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.